Welcome to part 4 of Seeking Ye Shall Find, June the 17th, 2024. This is a brief break-in titled Seeking Ye Shall Find. We will get back into the book of Isaiah once I am done here, Lord's will, and we will continue in that. But when there is something else that needs to be addressed, or an invitation that needs to be sent out, because so many thinks that we don't have an invitation, but I'm trying to show you the invitation on your screen is a small image of that invitation. The invitation was sent out 2,000 years ago when Jesus shed his blood for us. His blood is that invitation for us to come and seek him. Now, if you want the Lord, seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. And as I said, we are going to get back into this word. This is your invitation. Sorry about the brief interruption there. Sometimes the Lord sends us a blessing unexpectedly. Thank you, Harold and Julie Reisner, for the unexpected blessing of the Long Johns. Not Long John Silvers either, Long John's the donuts. Watch for my post later. Yes, I'm going to tempt you. But anyways, remember all things in moderation. But anyways, let's get on into this word. Now, I'm going to go into this particular one. And I'm going to read more than just the verse I'm after. So I'm going to start at Psalms 37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. I have to say, I think at times in the times past, I have been. I'm not going to lie about that. I think there was times in my past before I come to the knowledge of this that I did envy other people who seemed like they always was getting. And I kept thinking, Lord, how come they can get so easy? And your children are suffering and we can't seem to get, Lord. And so I guess in a way that was envious of theirs. But see, they having their best life now, as Joel Osteen would say. And they living their best life now. So if this is their best life, they sure ain't going to taste heaven. But anyways, let's go on because I want to get on to the verse I am actually aiming for. And I'll point out why I chose this particular verse for seek and ye shall find. And you will see when we get there. For they shall soon be cut down. Verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass. Now this is talking about the evildoers, workers of iniquity there. Will soon be cut down like grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Now here's the one I really wanted to hit. Verse 4. Delight thyself in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desire of thine heart. And if the desire of your heart is to seek him, he certainly will give that to you. You don't have to wait for a man to tell you, oh, God's calling you. Why? Because God has already called you. The invitation has been here the whole time. The Holy Bible itself is a written invitation, just as much as the blood shed on the cross was the original invitation. And if you want it, you can have it. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. We'll get into that more too. But anyways, commit thy way unto the Lord and trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. See, everybody wants to say, delight yourself in the Lord. They want to preach that. And he will give you the desire of your heart. But they don't want to do that, verse 5. It requires something from you. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Now, if there's something you're wanting from the Lord, and it's not something that's going to harm you, it's something that's going to edify God. And if you delight yourself in the Lord, he certainly will bring it to pass. But you got to delight yourself in the Lord, but you got to commit yourself, your ways to him. You can't stay in the world and expect the Lord to bless you. He's not going to bless what he calls sin. But if you're wanting the Lord's blessings on you, you got to come out of your sins and commit your ways to him. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Now I'm going to take off from this one. If you want to finish reading that, that is Psalms 37. It's a very good book. I do recommend you go ahead and read it in your own spare time. It's a wonderful book to read. I'm just trying to hit on some of these and go, because I'm trying to get you to seek the Lord while it is called day. Because night cometh and no man worketh. And I said I was going to talk to you watchmen and tell you a secret. Well, here's the secret. What is it that the watchmen are supposed to say? And I told you ministers, that's you, so pay attention. What do the watchmen say? Behold, the night cometh, or behold, the morning cometh. Well, I'm going to say to you, behold, the morning cometh, then the night. That means it's coming quickly. The darkness is coming quickly. We are already entering into the darkness. Our time for working is almost done. We have to hasten onto that. That's why God's calling any worker he can into the field. Because the laborers are few. The Lord needs workers to be laborers in the field. And you certainly shouldn't want to knock someone else out of their blessings by telling them they can't do for the Lord. Why would you do that? Because you think you're better than them? Or because you're jealous of them? What's the problem? Because if you're jealous of them, you certainly need to get rid of that demon. And if you are thinking you're better than them, well, that's pride. And you certainly need to get rid of that devil. Now, I myself am one who thought that I could work alongside of anyone and everyone. That is actually in the name of the Lord, which is Jesus. Don't expect me to work alongside of people that are not his. I'm not going to work beside of a devil. Yeah, I said what I said. If they are not his, if they are not for us, they are against us. Therefore, they are of the counterpart, which is Satan's children. It's time you get your eyes open to this fact. Not everybody's going to enter in. Now, I'm going to get the next verse. Now, y'all, I said I would show you. the Long Johns in my other post that's coming up, and I'm going to put a thank you to Julie and Flip just to make sure they see it. But yes, this is what I was referring to when I said a Long John. That's a caramel Long John. And Pastor Dallas was quite fond of the book of Ecclesiastics and how there is a time and a season for everything. Well, there's a time and a season to be grateful to people who do things for you. And I am grateful for the Long Johns, for the treats. I sure am. Um, I was sure wanting one yesterday, and when I went to get some, they was sold out, so I didn't get to get none. But Julie and Flip happened to be in a different place, and they found some, and they got me a few as a thank you for dog sitting for them the other day, and making sure that their big dog got took care of, which I didn't mind doing it. I love Sam, and I like to make sure he's fed. But I wasn't expecting nothing. That makes the blessing of the Long Johns all the greater when you don't really expect nothing. But certainly we can help one another without expecting something in return, can't we? But it is nice when we do get a Long John in return, especially caramel with the cream filling. I don't like the custard. I like the cream. Yes, the caramel cream filling. Yes, I know. Well, sometimes there is a time also to be filled with the yum yums and to make merry and to enjoy a little bit of a feast. Like I said, though, all things in moderation. Let's not overdo the yum yums. I don't eat a lot of sweets these days, but I certainly do like to enjoy one sometimes. Anyway, let's get on into this next word. This, as you may already see on your screen, is Psalms 119. And I'm going to start at verse 1. And you'll know the verse that I'm really aiming for. When I get to it, I'm certain of it. But anyways, let's get on into this. This is Psalms 119, verse 1. Blessed are the undefiled in the way of the Lord. In other words, blessed are the undefiled in the way. Who walk in the law of the Lord. And, the Gentiles are supposed to do that by nature. But not all Gentiles do that by nature. Some are the heathen, Babylon. But anyways, let's continue on. Verse 2. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies and that seek him with the whole heart. Now, of course, that's the verse I was aiming for, because after all, this is seek and ye shall find. And if you seek him with the whole heart, it's saying that you will be blessed. It's blessed are they that keep his testimonies, talking about Jesus, and that keep him, or that seek him, with a whole heart. Well, that keep him too. You want to keep the Lord, that's for sure. They also do no iniquity. They walk in his ways. In his ways. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Now I'm gonna leave off there. Gonna get into the next part, because I'm trying to get a few of these knocked out tonight because I really want to cover this stuff. And if I can get them finished tonight, so be it. If I can't, then I'll try to come back, Lord's will, in the morning by the grace of God. I have to be at work earlier in the morning than usual, but that's okay. The Lord knows all things, and it is certainly a blessing from the Lord. He knows our needs, and He knows how to take care of us and to preserve us. But anyways, see you in the next part.